Welcome to the pre-race interviews for the 7th competition in Ski Classics Season 14. This broadcast will be streamed live on YouTube, and we have a big highlight coming up on Sunday, the first Grand Classics race of the season and the 50th Marcialonga. First, we welcome Davide Stoffie, CEO of Marcialonga, and David Nilsson, CEO of Ski Classics. We start with one of the Davids, Mr. Nilsson from Sweden. On Sunday at lunchtime, we have reached halfway of the season 14. What can you say about the season so far?
We are very, first of all, happy to be here. Thank you for that. And no, we are very happy with the first part of the season. And as always, with a blink of an eye, suddenly we are almost halfway, which is the fact, as you say, on Sunday with our 7th event and our 5th weekend. So I think we are have a little bit, as you say, goalpost in with the football, if you speak football language, that we had a quite good situation with snow, etc., compared to many other destinations in the Alp and the rest of Europe. So from a snow situation, we've been able to deliver what we want to deliver, more or less, and the same with the situation of what we have delivered in terms of production is that I think we've done that. And seeing Emil joining in there, I mean, he's been the spice of the season so far. It's been really unbelievable seeing the successes of Emil, which is a little bit too good because it actually broke our ranking system where you're allowed to, in 24 months, calculate your 12 best events. And actually, he has won that, so he has the maximum points. So we have to evaluate there after the season.
And the next up, as you said, the Grand Classics Marcialonga. What are your feelings and expectations for that?
Being at Grand Classics is not without a reason, so to say. So, of course, Marcialonga is definitely, if not the most, so one of the most prestigious events in the tour. And I think everyone feels the same. And in addition to that, with all the history they have, being 50 years old, it's also a very, very beautiful place to come to. I think we all, we see what Emil says later on, but I think we all really enjoy coming to Val di Fiemme and Val di Fossa and seeing these places and being there. It's a privilege.
Davide Stoffie, CEO of Marcialonga. The 50th anniversary for Marcialonga. What will this edition look like?
It looks like a real special edition. We have a lot of events to celebrate this really important moment for Marcialonga organization, and not just for Marcialonga organization, because as every one of you know, Marcialonga is a part of the territory, is a part of everything. So it's not just a race for the race committee, but it's like a special day for all the valleys, and maybe even Trentino. It looks really nice. Weather forecasts are good, so cross the fingers, but we really think in a very, very positive situation about snow condition, about snow tracks, about landscape, because it was snowing Monday and Tuesday, so it looked like very, very winter postcard. And as told you, everything is set up and not ready yet, but we are in plan and everything going in the right direction. The number are come back again as before COVID season. So we will have 7,278 athletes registered in, coming from 36 nations. So really, really big number as in the past for Marcialonga. And this is really something good even for us.
Sounds great. Finally, Davide, the last kilometers are different compared to earlier years. Can you explain the difference? What would be the differences compared to the earlier ones?
Yeah, in fact, this is something that we have already talked with David last year during the 49 edition. Of course, something, let me say, iconic, because in the last 49 edition, every time we have made the finish line in the other direction. So this is like a milestone for us. It will be more stuff for sure for athletes, because the the difference of the altitude is the same as in the past, because more or less the finish line is in the same place. Just we will arrive in the opposite direction of Viale Mendini, that is the finish line from the 71, but it will be more shorter. So we have more or less 600 meters less than the last editions. So this doesn't mean that it will be more steep and the average gradient will be harder. Maybe the important things, I mean, if 2 athletes or more will arrive there, is that the 200 meters before the finish line, it will be a little bit more in the uphill and not in downhill as it was in the past. So even for a sport finish, it will be, we hope, more nice.
Great.
And so we are really, let me say, enthusiastic about this, and we think that it will be a good decision, this one.
Perfect. And about the course, next up is Anton Karlsson, the sport director of Ski Classics. What can you say about the Marcialonga course?
Thank you, Morten. I will share the screen here so you see what we're talking about. From Ski Classics wise, we have the start in Moena, and then the first sprint after the first tough part of the course up in Canate. Then the skiers turn around again and go down Val di Fassa and go down. And now again we have the second sprint in the middle of the town in Predazzo, just like before COVID. And then we go all the way down to Molina, turn around, and then we have an iconic climb, of course, of Cavallese with the new Cascata climb. And we should say also that it is the best time in the Cascata climb that counts for this iconic climb competition this weekend. So that's it for the 50th celebration of Marcialonga in Ski Classics.
Perfect, Anton. Do we have any questions to Davide and Anton from the audience? And if you want to ask questions, please raise the hand in the Teams meeting. If not, thank you guys and good luck for the upcoming weekend. And in the next hour, we will meet 8 of the favorites of Marcialonga, and we start with maybe the biggest favorite of them all, Emil Persson, Lager 157 ski team. Do you consider yourself as the favorite for Sunday?
Yeah, I think so. With the last weekend's results, I think I will be. There are a lot of people counting on me as a favorite.
I mean, after La Diagonale, you talked about you had the plan to be really patient for the last kilometers. How much have you studied the new finish of Marcialonga?
Nothing at all, actually. I never seen it. I only looked like on a map, so that doesn't say so much. So we will go there Friday and Saturday now, and I will look at it and analyze it. What I think is best there. So.
How much of the plan do you have before the race, and how much do you decide during the race?
Yeah, I try to have a plan before the race, like how I expect the race to be and how I want to do the race. And of course, that it doesn't always go that way, but I try to have a lot of plans, like how to deal with some situation if something happens, or yeah, I can't decide what other team or other skiers do, so focus on what I can do in that and have to be quick to change my plan and so on. So you have to be observant.
Yes, and questions. Leandro is first up.
Hello, Emil.
Hello.
Since it's the first Grand Classics of the season this weekend, do you think this race will be more competitive than the previous one this season?
Yeah, of course. There's a bigger race. But I think every race, like every skier standing on the start line wants to win. I don't think there's many people that like start on the race and don't want to win. So to be up on the podium, the race will be equal or hard as the races before.
And do you think it's possible another solo win like Vokwev did last year? Or this year the main contenders will play other tactics?
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. I don't think the way Vokwev won last year would be possible this year, because if it happens once, the skiers will be more observant on that things to not happen. So I think there will be not like that. Maybe a bigger group in the last 10Ks and to the last uphill.
And who do you think can be your main rivals on Sunday?
I think Andres Nygård really wants to win Marcialonga. He's never done it before, so I think it's a dream. And I talked to him, and so he said it's a big goal for this season. So, but of course, there's a lot of other strong guys. Max Novak showed his shape getting better the last weekend here in La Diagonela. So I think there will be a lot of guys to be up there and fighting for the podium places.
Okay, thank you, Emil. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next up is Anders Blomqvist, SVT.
Hey, Emil.
Hello.
How has your week been since after Diagonela? How's your body felt, and what have you been doing?
Yeah, it's been feeling good. I wasn't that tired after the race. I was more tired after Pustertaler and Prato Piazza, so I trained every day and had some longer sessions, 5 hours, to like maximize the time on the altitude here. So now I'm gonna take it a little bit easier the last coming days until the Sunday.
If you're right that it's going to be a big group of skiers coming into the hill, or at least the last 15K, do you think your team can support you more this race than it has been able to do the last races?
Yeah, I think so. Runar he's shown the last couple of years that he is really strong. From Molina up to the Cascata, he has put very high speed there and stretched the field. So I think our team will be very strong this coming Sunday.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Do we have other questions for Emil? Besides the Cascata, the last climb to Cavallese, which do you think is the crucial part of the course for you and for the rest of the field?
I think like the whole course is very important because it's always happening things. It's a narrow course, a lot of turns, and so if you are at the wrong place in the group at the wrong time, I think you can lose the race. So you have to keep your eyes up and see what's happening in the race. But yeah, forgot the name, but there's one uphill there in Moena. That's a very important place to be up in the front and don't be in the back group. So it would be hard to catch the group if you lose some meters there.
Last question, Marcialonga, it's your 5th start of the race. You won 2021 after a tight battle versus Tor Asle Gjerdalen. What do you remember particularly from that race?
It was a snowy race. It was not that super high-paced race, so we were a big group for the last 15Ks, but we had really good skis, and then my body was really good. So I felt that I had it in the beginning of the Cascata. I felt that I had the chance to get away with a win. So I hope that I have the same feeling in the beginning of Cascata this year.
Great. So thank you very much and good luck for Sunday's race.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And next up is Max Novak, Team Aker Daehlie. Hello, Max.
Hello,
how are
hello.
you?
I'm good, thanks.
Very good. Last weekend, you took your second podium position of the season, second in Engadin La Diagonela after a pretty tough Christmas break. How has January been for you until then and that race?
Yeah, we came down on altitude in Lavasse after New Year's, and yeah, it was just like starting on zero again. I got in decent shape, in decent training shape, I would say. And then the races were just I went through them, and I couldn't do much more. I had a hard time to like really go really intense, and so those races weren't very hard for me because I didn't have the form to like really empty the body. So I was pretty fresh after the weekend and could train really good in front of La Diagonela, and that was a nice surprise to do such a good result there.
But have you had the possibility to prepare for Marcialonga the way you wanted after coming back from the sickness?
Yeah, pretty much after the Toblach weekend, I've been in good shape and have had a good feeling. Then I wasn't like I hoped for a good result, but I didn't expect like to be that high in the results on Diagonela. So that feels good in front of Marcialonga.
Do we have questions for Max? Leandro, please.
Hello, Max.
Hello.
What do you think you need to improve this year to have a better placement on Sunday? Do you think this shorter and steeper Mur de la Stria comes in your favor?
Yeah, I say so. It's we haven't tested the course. I haven't had like the best experiences in Marcialonga before. Had some issues with skis and stuff, and the last year I just I don't know, didn't have the tactics all right, and but I feel like after the Diagonela results have a good correlation with Marcialonga. Those who are up high here in Switzerland are usually amongst in the top in Marcialonga. So it feels like this should suit me now.
And starting this weekend with Marcialonga, we have the Grand Classics. How important is it for you?
Yeah, well, it's now that I want to like make the best results. I mean, Emil is too far away in the total standings anyway, so it's just I mean, everyone's focusing on these races, so it's not going to make a difference that way, but it's even more important because of that.
And if you could choose one, which one would you like to win?
I mean, all of them are important, but I'll say Marcialonga because then you're the only one in the field to have a chance at the.
Okay, thank you.
Because then you're the only one to have a chance at the Grand Slam.
Did we lose Max? Do you hear us? Hello, Max, do you hear us? Do you hear us, Max? We see him in the meeting, but can't hear him. I don't hear anyone. Is it possible for you, Anders, to write down the question? I don't know. We can try again. Maybe. Do you hear us now,
Yes.
Max?
I don't know what happened.
No. Now let's try with Anders, please.
Hey, Max.
Hello.
Both you and your team were successful in Diagonela, and you're also getting strong guys entering the race in Marcialonga. Can we expect some team efforts from your team for this Sunday?
Yeah. I hope for it's good to have a lot of guys in the bunch, and especially on Marcialonga, because it's one of the races where you can either be in the front all the time and try to control what's happening, but that costs a lot of energy. So we can have a presence with the team in the front. That's good for us, and that's good for me.
This week sounds like you have good faith for the weekend. Have you been able to do exactly like you want this week in training?
Yeah, I followed the plan just this last week, so I really got them back into it. So that feels good. We're still in Engadin and staying here until Friday. So we keep the altitude all the way into the race.
Thank you and good luck.
Thanks.
Will you try other questions, please? First. No, maybe not. Will you try the last part of the course, or what will you do when you get down to Marcialonga, the Marcialonga course?
Yeah, that's definitely on the bucket list. Because whoever you talk to, they can't give you any good tips because it's a completely new course, so or finish. So yeah, we'll have to get up there and think of something with the team and make up our minds, because I felt that was a little. I didn't expect myself to be in this position in front of La Diagonela to be the win. So I didn't have a too clear plan, more than just being in the front. Now I want to have a real plan a point where I should attack or stay behind, and just have that clear. Then it's not given that that will happen, but at least you tried if you have a plan.
Were you surprised of the tactics from Team Ragde Charge when Nygård pushed really hard in the last uphill?
Well, I'm surprised he didn't get a Oscars nomination for his acting performance after the surge he did up the hill. I think he's just I don't know, saving himself for this weekend. So those 4 minutes he skipped going hard will probably do him good Sunday.
That's good. Thank you very much, Max, and good luck for the weekend.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye. And next up, we have Morten Eide Pedersen from Team Eksjöhus. Now I think we have Morten Eide Pedersen with us. Hello, Morten. Do you hear us?
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Perfect. You had a solid start of the season with all the results within position 5 until 12. What do you say about it?
Yeah, of course I'm aiming for podium positions, but pretty satisfied with to reach the top 6. Yeah, but looking forward to a big race this weekend, and hopefully I can step it up.
Yeah, you shared third in the fight for the yellow bib, shared with Kasper Stadaas and just 3 points behind Max Novak. What is the goal for the season?
Yeah, for sure it will be good or great to be top 3 in the overall in the end, but still a lot of race left this season and many points to fight for. So I'm not focused so much on that yet. Take the race by race, and yeah, first of all, Marcialonga is the main big race.
And this will be, if I counted right, the 11th start in Marcialonga. You were third both 2017 and 18, and were top 10 3 more times. What are your strongest memories from your starts in Marcialonga?
I really remember the first time I was up on the podium and leading up Cascata Hill until the last 500 meters when Gjerde attacked me. So that was the funnest part with the Marcialonga, of course.
So, questions to Morten. Ine Langren, please.
Hello, Morten.
Hey.
Last year you got number 12, if I remember. What do you think you have to improve this year to get stronger?
This year I haven't had COVID, so and done my best preparation. So I think everything set for a better result this year. But of course the field are also stronger. So yeah, you see like in Diagonella we are 25 people in the last uphill. So I guess it will be a fight. So you need to have a bit luck and do the right things when you're reaching Cascata. Are you too far behind or have some problem with equipment or anything else that will cost you the top positions?
And what have you done this week to prepare? You said your preparation was better.
Yeah, but it's not about the last week, but during all the time from when I went home after Venosta in December, the training period for prepare for the best preparation until Marcialonga was starting, and now it's only getting good energy in the body and rest. So now the last days we are in Seefeld and easy skiing and enjoying nice weather.
Okay. And I saw on Instagram this week on Team Eksjöhus that you're baking bread from the team. Is cooking a hobby you have between the training and races?
Nah, but when you're around in Europe, it's not that easy to find like the bread you have back home in Norway. So the better to make it yourself, that you get the food with good energy. And bread, fresh baked bread are really good.
Yes, thank you.
Anders, SVT, please.
Hey, Morten.
Hey.
Do you think the new ending of the race will change any tactic, and will it make another racer more favorable than others coming into the finish line like this?
I don't think it will be much different. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it can be a bit steeper, the new part, especially in the beginning. But it maybe a bit more fair because you have more space in the last part. And yeah, I don't know how many turns you have in the last K there, but yeah, I think the strongest one will be there anyway, because when you're reaching the last K, the field are a bit set. So yeah, it's all about getting in good position and with good energy when you're reaching Cascata, and then you're the strongest skier when you're getting up there for the last K 500 meters. And also, you need a good sprint. I guess it will be more than one skier in the last 100 meters.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Do we have other questions to Morten? Ines' hand is still up. I don't know if you have another question.
No, I don't have.
Okay. This weekend you will make your 99th individual start in Ski Classics, 7 more than Stanislav Reszczak and Stian Holgaard. The 100th will be in Jizerska in a couple of weeks. Are there any special feelings having your 100 Classics race in Jizerska, where you won 3 times?
No, I haven't think so much about that. That's you are doing the counting and I just do the race. So it's only a number that I see. I've been skiing for so many years, and just a number for getting older or like the age.
Great. So thank you very much and good luck for the race this weekend.
Thank you.
And now we have Anikken, Gjerde, Alnes, Team Ragde Charge. Hello, Anikken. I think you're now.
They hear me.
Yeah, great. You missed the competitions before Christmas, but you have had a really strong start of 2023, being second in Pustertaler Ski Marathon and 5th in both Prato Piazza Mountain Challenge and Engadin La Diagonela. What can you say about the start of the year?
So I knew that my shape was pretty good before Christmas, but I was a little bit unsure because I got sick at the beginning, so I didn't actually get into it with that much confidence than I had before Christmas. So it was nice to set the pace and feel good about it, and I'm pretty happy about all my 3 races. It's the best I've done ever, so, and I feel more stable, so I'm pretty satisfied.
I read in an interview that you had doubts after last season whether you should continue as an elite skier or not. What was the reason that you made the decision to continue, and did you do any changes in training or your skiing life preparing for this season?
So as I said in the interview, I got a lot of time to think about it, to figure out what's the reason why I do this, and I did some changes in the end of the season last year when I quit my birth control, because I thought it would maybe relieve some of the feelings I had. I don't know if that's the only reason why I feel lighter, like light-minded and more positive this season, but I've been able to train more and just have fun with what I do, and I needed some time to just think about why I do it and find back to having fun and enjoy every part of it.
So do we have questions to Anikken? Anders from SVT, please.
Hey, Anikken.
Hi.
Congrats to your really good results this season. Is it a problem for you choosing to go for the sprints and go for the best possible result in each race in the finish?
No, actually not at all. I love a good sprint. It's a trigger for me to be able to go for the green bib, and that's what I'm continuing to do. So you could say like most people would think that now I need to like go for the podiums and just fight for that, but I would continue to go for the sprint bib because I love the idea and I love the concept, and I think it makes something to the whole race when actually someone go for it and launch a sprint. So it makes the whole competition a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, but there could be nice sprints in the end as well.
Yes, it could, but it's something about the green bib that I like, and I haven't won it yet. So I would like to win that in my career. So that's my main goal.
Okay, one of the things that I've seemed to see watching you ski this winter is that you're stronger uphill as well, not only really fast, but you are stronger uphill as well. Is that your opinion too, or am I wrong?
No, that's correct. I've done a lot of uphill skiing this summer, and it's one of my priorities to become stronger in the uphills because that's where I usually, or before, I've always like lost the pack because of my less good capability in that. So I spent 3 weeks in Andorra only doing uphill skiing. So I guess that paid off. And we also had team camps where we have been focusing on uphill skiing. So it works.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ine from Langren.
Hi, Anikken. Hi. You told before the season that Marcialonga was one of your main goals this season. Is that still correct? Yeah, for sure. I've loved Marcialonga since I did it the first time with Rusta. So, and I haven't really figured out the complete like way of conquering it. So when I don't do something 100% or I'm not good at it, it triggers me. So I think that's why I like Marcialonga. Okay, but do this affect your motivation or your strategy into the race if it's important to you or your main goal? No, not exactly. I will go for the sprint bib in Kanasai, and hopefully I won't like lactate out, but we'll see. I think my plan is pretty solid and I feel good. So it's just to it's interesting what's gonna happen after like 60K for me, because that's usually have been my like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like where I feel like my muscles doesn't hold up anymore. So, but it has been better this year, and I think a 70K could suit me pretty well. And you get a good results in the Pustertali. Give it some motivation or confidence before this long race. Of course, it was good to feel strong in a whole race that's longer than 50K. So of course it gave me a lot of motivation going into Marcialonga. Thank you and good luck. Thanks.
Leandro from Pro X Skiing.
Hello, Anikken.
Hello.
And do you think the shorter and steeper finish up to Mur de la Istria could come in your favor?
So we have actually tried it during the summer. So I actually like it pretty well. I don't think the steeper finish or the old finish is that different. It's a little bit narrow and it got some turns that's tricky when you're tired. So, but I like the new finish and I think it's it's a good last 200 meters of it, so which could suit me pretty well if I hang on to the pack all the way up.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
January has been really intense with the 4 races in 15 days. In February, there will be 3 races, and it's 2 weeks until the next one in Jesarska. What will you do these weeks?
I'm going back to work. That's one of my things as a high school coach. And I will take the time to rest up in the beginning, then train a little bit more, and then we go to Jesarska. So we don't have that much time, but I will get my body straight and ready for a new period of racing.
Great. So good luck for the race on Sunday then.
Thanks.
Thank you. And next up is Annikken's teammate, Kasper Stadaas. Hello,
Hey.
Kasper.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. 3 top 4 results so far this season, and you were 8th in the last competition in La Diagonela. What do you say about that race?
Well, result-wise, a little bit disappointing. Felt very, very good. But kind of a blackout last 500K, no 500 meters. So yeah, wasn't strong enough. Got a good position after Andreas Nygaard helped me and got in up in the field. So yeah, not much to say than I wasn't strong enough and hope to be better on Sunday.
Were you aware of Andreas Nygaard's plans, and when did you decide that kind of tactics?
Well, yeah, he told me somewhere between the second sprint and La Punt that he had to use a lot of energy getting back to the group after his crash. So he told us like 15-20K to go that he was gonna do a job for us, putting us in the right position.
Marcialonga is coming up this weekend. You made your debut last year, right? That was your first Marcialonga. Yeah, and you were second a minute behind Emil Vukuyev. What were your thoughts about that race and your performance?
I mean, yeah, for me it was a great race. To just be able to fight up Kata was amazing for me. To be on the podium was good, but for sure afterwards, looking back, it's been annoying that we let Vukuyev go and we didn't manage to pull him back. So yeah, but yeah, looking back, I will try not to do the same mistake. But well, we'll see. Maybe I'll do what he did.
Yeah, we'll see. Questions. Leandro is first up.
Hey, Kasper.
Hey.
In your opinion, what's the most challenging aspect of Marcialonga? Does the shorter but steeper finish up to Mur de la Istria will change the approach to the race?
It's hard to say before trying it, but I think the difficult part with Marcialonga in total is just to stay relaxed and avoid breaking poles or falling, because it's such a tight course, and to get to the bottom of Cascata with as much energy as possible. I think that is like the main challenge, and then of course the second one is to get be the fastest one up the hill. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge with the new course now, with steeper parts, and nobody has the experience of going up. So maybe we'll see something new.
Okay, and regarding tactics, do you think it's possible another solo breakaway like Vukuyev did last season?
Yeah, I think it's possible for sure. So I would watch out on Sunday, because we are a lot of guys on the line, and we have big plans.
Great. And Marcialonga is the first Grand Classics of the season. How important this race is to you? And if you could choose one, which Grand Classics would you like to win?
I don't want to offend any of the big four racers or race organizers, so I would say all of the big four is equally important. But yeah, I want to have my second best day of the season on Sunday, and then I hope I'll have my best day going from Sälen to Mora in Vasaloppet. So, but I mean, Marcialonga is such a cool race. Like the atmosphere and the track is so unique. So I think like thinking of which one is the coolest fun to race, it's Marcialonga for sure. And you want to have a good day there.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Yep.
Anders, SVT.
Hey, Kasper.
Hey.
Regarding you had some problems with health into this season, do you feel that you are coming by your best now, or is it still a lot to catch up with?
I'm getting there, I would say. I definitely felt that I'm not where I was last year in Diagonella, but I'm getting there. My plan is to has to be good from Marcialonga and out. So I've been training good volume now all the way, and I had my least shittiest interval today running up to Eide, so that was a very good session. Felt strong and starting to look like something that could be worth a podium in the big four.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Do we have other questions to Kasper? We talked to Anikken before. Ine, sorry.
Yes. Can you tell a bit more about how you and your team Ragde is preparing before Marcialonga after a tough period you have had this weekend and the week before?
Yeah, well, it is actually a bit different from athlete to athlete. Andreas Nygård went down to Val di Fiemme straight away from Diagonella. Somebody thought he was pissed at us for not winning the race, and he doing a good job, but it was actually the plan all along to go down. Same did Jenny. And then some of us up here has been training a little bit different. Oscar had a long session yesterday. Me and Anders and Joar went running today, doing more of a VO2 max push. So a little bit different from athlete to athlete, but I would say the main or the similarity is so that we all do a lot of double polling and try to do some training in the first few days after Diagonella, and then relax and build up energy towards the weekend.
And how long do you stay in the altitude before the race?
I'm gonna stay, and most of the team gonna stay in Livigno till tomorrow. So we'll go to Val di Fiemme tomorrow.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Leandro.
Hey, Kasper again. Nygård commented before he's focusing on the Grand Classics. You are the chosen one to fight for the yellow bib overall?
I'm not the chosen one, but I mean, I'm the best one ranked at the moment. I managed to do all the races. I mean, the yellow bib is just a consequence of individually good races. So we'll take each race at a time, and our main goal as a team is to win Marcialonga this year. So we'll see how that goes. And then, I mean, I had the yellow bib after Marcialonga last year, and then I couldn't manage to get on the start line in Desserts and lost it. So we'll just have to see. And then, of course, Emil is so far ahead. So I think we'll focus on the big 4 Grand Classics races, and we'll see how that pans out.
Thank you.
And last question. I mean, the last part of Marcialonga is new for this year. Will you go there when you get down to Valifeme to check the finish and make the tactics then, or how do you lay the plans?
Yeah, I'll get in line. I'm guessing all of the athletes are gonna have a look at it and see how it's in the winter time. We had a camp in Lavasset this fall, so we did like so many sessions in that hill and very strategically planned how we want to do things in that hill and watched it a lot of times, walked it, ran it, roller skid up it. So we are pretty familiar with the new course, Mur de la Stria, and I think hopefully we'll get there well prepared and can do some damage.
And how tough is it compared to the ones before?
I think it's more punchy. I think you need more like real power, not that much VO2 maybe, because you take off where you have this section that was very straight and like very where you really got fatigued. So this one is more like probably more raw power. So, but I think the freshest guy in the bottom is going to be the first guy over the finish line. I think either that was the same as before.
Great. So thank you very much and good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
And then we have a little change. We will have Ramudden and we will have Alfred Buskqvist. Hello, Alfred.
Hello.
First season of Ski Classic, at least the full one. What are your impressions so far?
Yeah, I think it's really fun. It's a lot of new races and a lot of new places, and also new people, of course. So it's really fun to see a lot of new things and compete in new places and in a new way.
You're leading the sprint competition and increased the lead after Engadin La Diagonela when you won one of them and were second in the other one. What can you say about your sprints there?
Yeah, the second one was really good. I've had the focus this year is to take the green bib, of course, and that's what I'm aiming for. So. But I have had more focus in the training to be able to stay with the group and maybe win the really tough sprints. Because I think that is the places where you can really make the difference. On the first really fast ones, then there wouldn't be so big difference between the ones that are going for the sprints. But I think the second one, like in La Diagonela and maybe Marcialonga, where the sprints are a little bit longer into the race, and of course like Vasaloppet and Ystadska, they're really tough. So there have been a lot of focus in training to be able to stay with the group long into the race.
The pace, especially for the second sprint in Diagonela, was really hard for a pretty long time. When did you decide to go that early, or was it the plan, or did it just happen?
No, it wasn't actually the plan. The plan was to stay far ahead in the group and see what happened. And then Stuček, first Runar went really fast, and then Stuček went even faster, a little bit earlier than I might have done myself. So when he took off, it was just to try to stay in his back and try to not burn everything, kind of. So that was a really long sprint, maybe a little bit longer than I hoped for, but it was good anyway. So
yeah, you were first over the line, so I guess that's the most important part. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I guess
so. Questions to Alfred. Anders from SVT.
Hey, Alfred.
Tjena.
Who do you regard as your main opponent for the green jersey?
I think Vebjørn Moen has been really fast for a lot of sprints so far. So I think he's a really big opponent, and Then, of course, Lorenzo Botin has also been shown to really go for it and to be really fast. But I think that Mackan from Lager, Marcus Johansson, might be faster during the really tough ones, like Vasaloppet and maybe Marcialonga and Gjerde. So I think that he's gonna be a pretty tough one during the second half of Ski Classics.
What are your plans after Marcialonga? Where will you go and train, and what will you do after that?
I will actually go kind of directly from Marcialonga to Skövde to do the Swedish Championships during that week, at least some of the races, and then a little bit back to Östersund before Gjerde.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Do we have other questions for Alfred? It's sprint on Tuesday. Is that the main goal for the Swedish Championships?
Yeah, we'll see a little bit. It's also a 30K Classic mass start on the Saturday. So of course the sprint is what I'm been doing most of before. So it will be really fun to do sprint in skate and see how I perform. So that will be exciting, but also to do the 30K Classic style where I put my biggest focus during this year.
I mean, looking at the competition on Sunday, have you checked the sprints in Canasei and Predazzo, and or if you haven't been there, will you go there and check what it looks like?
Yeah, it will be my first Marcialonga. So I've been there doing some training during roller skiing, also competing on roller skis on kind of the same track. But of course, I will go there during Friday and see how the sprint looks. So that's the plan.
And do you make the decision how you will do it on Sunday before the race, or do you do that during the race?
Sorry, Morten, can you say that?
I mean, when do you make the decision how you will go for the sprint? Do you decide before the race, or will you do that during the race?
We will discuss a plan in the team before the race, but usually it's pretty hard to say how the races will be, and so I will probably take some other decisions during the race anyway. But of course, we will have a plan in beforehand.
Last question. I mean, this is your first time in Marcialonga. Do you have any memories from the race from the TV couch?
Yeah, a lot of memories. Last year was a really exciting race to watch, to see Vukoyev doing that kind of race that he did last year. So yeah, of course, it's a big race, and I've watched it many times on television. So it will be fun to really go there and compete myself.
Great. Thank you very much, and good luck for the race.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And now we have Karolina Hedenström, Lager 157 ski team.
Yes.
Hello, Karolina.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Great. A really strong start of the season. You were sixth in both Lavanosta and Engadin La Diagonela, your best position so far in Ski Classic. What can you say about it?
Well, I've had a pretty good summer where it feels like I've been been doing some big progress. So I wouldn't say it wasn't expected, because you never know how it's going to turn out in reality. Like there's a lot of things that need to be right for an athlete to make a good race. But the tests I've done and the training I've been doing has been pointed that I'm taking some steps. So it's
Is
nice
there
to
any-
be able to do that.
Is there any specific part that you have improved, do you feel yourself?
I guess like in the where I've been in my development, I've mostly like been doing like every single thing a bit better. So I've been a bit better in speed and a bit better in endurance and strength and technique. So a little bit better at everything, I'd say.
You have the lead in the fight for the pink bib, 115 points ahead of Ida Palmberg of team Ramudden. Is the youth competition the main focus of the season?
Well, maybe not the main focus, because the main focus is to be able to compete and stand on the start line in every single race and try to like have an even high level. But as a consequence of that, I hope to be able to fight for the youth bib.
So, questions to Karolina. Anders Blomqvist.
Hey, Karolina.
Hello.
Having some health problems during Christmas and New Year's break, and as I understood, you weren't quite content with the results in Pustertal. Are you considering you are back on track now on the shape you were before Christmas, or is it more to come?
Well, it was definitely a big improvement from last weekend in how my body felt and reacted to this weekend in Engadin. But as I might have mentioned before Christmas, I hope that I have one more level to show or to be able to pick up.
And the training has been good this week. You didn't feel exhausted after Diagonela, or how's your week been?
No, actually a really good week this weekend. So I'm looking forward to Marcialonga very much.
Can you just shortly tell us how your race was on Diagonela? It wasn't that many pictures on you racing that day. How was your race?
Well, it felt like I grew into the race, so had a pretty bad start. Was a bit stressed out, I think. Not like a bit stressed out. wanted more than what I could show, or what do you say? And then grew into the race, and the last like 10 kilometers felt really good.
Thank you, and good luck for this weekend.
Thank you.
Other questions to Karolina? This will be your third start on Marcialonga. You were 14th last year and 25th the year before that. What are your impressions of the race and your performances?
Well, Marcialonga is it's definitely a highlight of the season. Very like good, nice environment in the Val di Fiemme Valley, and the whole race feels like a party. So I really enjoy and looking forward to the race.
I mean, the finish is new for this year, or the last kilometers looks a bit different. Have you been there checking it out, the new one?
No, not yet. We're going there tomorrow and going to check the course Friday and Saturday before the race. So that'll be exciting to see.
Yeah. And I mean, January has been really intense with 4 races within 15 days. And February, the next one is in 2 weeks. What will you do these weeks to prepare for Isarska?
Well, I'm going home for like 1.5 weeks and just going to relax and get back on track, and hopefully get some like 1 week with the good training before going to Isarska. So just chill out at home and then hopefully have some nice training at home in Östersund.
Alfred Buskqvist was here before, and he was his plan was to go to Skövde to go with Swedish Championships. You won't go there.
Well, I haven't quite decided, but most probably I'll go home. Yeah.
And if you go, which distance will you go? Have you decided that?
We are some athletes like Jenny Larsson, Emil, Nils, and Oskar Kardin who are skiing for Östersunds SK. And if we go, we'll probably go down to Skövde Thursday and race during the weekend. So yeah, those two distances.
Great. So good luck for the weekend, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Next up, we will have Magni Smedås. Maybe we are 1 or 2 minutes early, so we might have to wait for some minutes. We'll be back in a minute or two. Hello, Magni. Magni, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. Just
Very
having
good.
network issues again.
Okay, no worries. I mean, 5 individual races so far this season, and you are really stable with position 3, 4, and 5 in all of them. What do you say about the start?
Well, I think it has been a great start for me. As you say, I'm very stable, and that's a positive thing. I don't feel like I have hit my best shape yet, so hopefully it can only be better from now.
You made your debut in Marcialonga last year. You were 5th. What can you say about that race?
Well, first of all, it was a very long race. I can remember the cramps I had the last, I don't know, 40 kilometers or so. So hopefully there won't be that much cramps now because I'm better trained. But I'm really looking forward to Marcialonga. It's one of my biggest goals this season, and I have been preparing well for the past week. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
The last kilometers looks a bit different than the last year's. Have you been there checking the finish?
No, I haven't yet, but we're going there tomorrow, so we'll see it on Friday. And I'm very excited about the changes. I think it'll be super cool to have an even steeper uphill in the end. So yeah, looking forward to check out the hill and see what is going to meet me when I come there on Sunday.
Great. Questions to Magni? Leandro, please.
Hey, Magni.
Hello.
Since Marcialonga is the first Grand Classics this season, do you think this race will be more competitive than the previous ones?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm excited to see if Ida is back at the start line on Sunday. I hope she will be there. But I think that all the women have been preparing very well for Marcialonga. Everyone is trained to be in top shape this weekend, I think. So it'll be a tough competition, definitely. And many women that will fight for the top 3 places.
And you mentioned that Marcialonga is one of your goals. Grand Classics also is on your plans. How it's important for you?
Yeah, because it is Marcialonga. That's one of the main reasons. And also because it's a real long race, you know. I don't feel like we have raced real ski classics long races yet. So this will be the first task, maybe. Yeah. And I can remember everything from last year, and it's such a huge race. So mainly that's the reason why I think it's one of my main goals. It's like one of the biggest things you can experience. Yeah.
Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Next up is Ine from Langren.
Hello, Ine.
Hi.
Have you an opinion of something you will change this year from last year when you came 5th?
Definitely. Last year I was so stressed to try to keep up with everyone, so I forgot to take my gels and drink properly. So I think I got a little bit too little carbohydrates during the race. So I think the most important thing for me on Sunday will be to take everything that I need to take from nutrition so that I'm in a good balance all the way. And then maybe I can do even better than I did last year.
And yes, and what? How much nutrition do you need in such a long race? as a professional?
Well, yeah, it is a lot. I have never done this much before, but I tested it on La Diagonela to try to have a large intake every hour, and it worked out pretty well. So yeah, I'm loading with a Haribo still these days before the race, and then during the race it will be a lot of gels and a strong sport nutrition every hour.
Yes. And if you are with the field into the last climb, how do you think that climb will suit you and your capacity?
I think it'll suit me well. I think in the races that have been so far this season, it's in the uphills that I can't keep up with Astrid and Emilie and Ida. But it seems like in the end of the race, there's like some, I don't know, my brain just kicks in and I really want to fight all the way in. So having the worst uphill in the end, I think suits me very well, because then I can use my mental capacity as well to fight all the way. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to race that uphill in the end of the Marcialonga.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Anders from SVT, please.
Hey, Magni.
Hey.
Regarding Astrid isn't going to race on Sunday and Ida probably not, how do you think that will make difference for the race for the women on Sunday?
Well, then I think it will be a large group going most of the way together. I'm not sure if Emilia would like to try to go solo all the way. She's definitely a bit better than the rest of us, I think, especially her capacity uphill. So it'll be interesting to see, but I'm not sure if it is an advantage to go solo all the way. But I also think that she doesn't want to have me or Anikken or Jenny, perhaps, with her all the way to the end. So it'll be a very exciting race, I think. I will definitely do everything I can to stick with Emilia for as long as I can.
Will you go for the sprints during this race, or will you concentrate on the last climb?
No, I think I'll concentrate on the last climb, but the sprint points are also very important for the team. So I'm aiming for top 7 on both of the sprints. Maybe better, maybe top 3, but I'm not going to waste any energy on the sprints. I'm going to save it for the last uphill.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have other questions to Magni? Otherwise, it's really tight fighting for the yellow bib. You are 4 skiers within 90 points with you and Ida, Emilie, and Astrid. Do you think that it will be a fight all the way to the finish in northern Norway in the beginning of April?
I really hope so. I think it's cool if we can be 4 women fighting for the yellow bib. Even though I think Ida and Astrid are very strong, but yeah, especially this weekend when Astrid is not racing, she's doing the World Cup instead, and Ida maybe not starting because she's sick. It'll make it even more exciting. So maybe if I stay healthy and not get sick during the season, maybe I can fight for the yellow bib all the way. That would have been really cool.
Last question. After the competition on Sunday, it's 2 weeks until the next one, Jysärskä. How will you spend these weeks?
I will go back to Lillehammer and work a bit. I really like to do some work beside of the skiing because I think it gives me a mental break, just being Magni instead of being the skier Magni. But then I'll also just rest, hang out with friends, load my batteries. Hopefully there will be great ski conditions in Lillehammer. So yeah, and sleep in my own bed. I'm really looking forward to sleeping in my own bed again.
What do you work with?
I am, how do you say it in English? I follow a girl. who has some her sight is not very good and her hearing is not very good. So I go with her, go skiing or go shopping, just hang out with her, and yeah, I work with people.
Great, sounds good.
Yeah.
So good luck for the weekend, and to all of you, thank you very much for today, and we look forward to the 50th edition of Marcialonga on Sunday. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.